I'm Intruder Green. You might know me from things like Bayfest, Goston Abbey, and Clover. Welcome to the Intruder Green podcast. It's the last episode of me and Matthew's little crossover thing, with I'll Take a Shot at That. Did it while we were on tour, and I'm already back on tour, as some of you probably know. Actually in Asbury Park tonight. We just did a show, and it was pretty good. There's no more lanes, so that's a bummer. We didn't even play at the Stone Pony this time. We did it at the House of Independence, and it was real good. A lot of cool people came out, and we had a good time. I think I might have pissed off a friend of mine who came out to see me, and I didn't have time to hang out, and I feel bad about that, but that's just kind of how it goes on the road. But I'm sorry, and I hope I can make it up to her someday. Anyway, gotta give a shout out to the Patreons. I love you guys, and thank you for sticking in with me in this little drought of coming out with shows. But I got a bunch of stuff in the tank, and hopefully I'm gonna come out with stuff more rapid fire real soon here. Luke Ellis, Elizabeth Bernards, Ayla Ree. I feel like she's changing her name like every couple of weeks. Ayla, I'm going to give you a birthday shout out soon too, because I know you probably didn't like being just called Pink, even though that's what you signed up as. So, you get a get out of jail free card or something, whatever you want to call it. Heather Royston, John Nicholas, James Michael, Lamar Irvin, Edward Donald, Calvin McGolder, I don't know. I know we just met the other night at one of the shows. I don't even remember what city it was in, but it was recently, and it's cool getting to meet all you guys. We also got Vaughn Cotton, Chelsea McNally, Jared Estep, Carlos Hernandez, and Chris the Anti-Hero. I love all you guys, and everybody who's on the lower tiers too. Yeah, you're still making this happen, and I really appreciate that. As I said, I'm on tour, and it's not so easy to get this stuff done, but I did have some opportunities to, interview some other people. Like, I'm trying to get all of the bands that we're on tour with. We got a lot of good ones, and they're real cool. I definitely got, you can look forward to, we got the Young Rochelle coming up, and I'll try to get direct hit before they're not on the tour. We just played our first show with Ramona, and they're real cool. So hopefully we'll get in with them. I also got a little call-in action. And then somebody hit me up on Twitter. Of all places, fucking Twitter. Who would have thought? Wasn't even sure I should keep my account on Twitter going. But apparently people listen. So that's cool. I don't want to keep you guys too entertained with my monologue here because it's a long show. So anyway, on with the show.
Hello, this is a prepaid collect call from
Intruder Green,
an inmate at the Federal Correctional Institution. This call is subject to recording and monitoring. To accept charges, press 1.
Come on, girl, now it's time to go to a place where nobody goes. Another time on the other side of space, it won't be the same. Unlocking go where party goes. Unlocking go where party goes.
What's up, and welcome to the third and final part of our crossover tour report. I am Matthew Hendershot from I'll Take a Shot at That, and once again with me in the studio,
I'm Intruder Green.
that's right, from the Intruder Green podcast. We have been out on the road with Mass Intruder for a month, and in the past couple episodes, we've been running down each of the shows, sharing with you some experiences, and just in general, waxing poetic and nostalgic about the road that we were just on. And when we left, I guess that we need to do the thing.
Oh, yeah, we want to talk about our social medias.
Yeah,
and
why
stuff,
don't you
right?
go ahead.
Yeah, so I'm Intruder Green on all the social medias. Got the Twitter, got the Instagram, got the Facebook. You can also hit me up on my Patreon. That's patreon.com/intrudergreen. You can hit me up on all the other things too. Just look at fucking Google Intruder Green. You'll find something there. And if you want to call into my podcast, the number is 1-608
535-9608. And you can leave me a message, and I'll talk about whatever you want to talk about instead of just what I want to talk about. All right.
I'm not near cool enough to have my own call-in line yet.
We'll get there.
But we'll figure that out. But if you do want to connect with I'll Take a Shot at That, you can do so by going to illtakeashotathat.com or just shotathat.com, where you can find links to all our socials, archived episodes, contact information, etc., etc. We are on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, all at Shot at That, or just /Shot at That to add it to the URL. And you can, of course, support our show by visiting patreon.com/Shot at That to become a patron for as little as $1 or euro a month. So thanks for all of that. And you just you got upset. You forgot something that we were supposed to talk about on a prior episode.
I think so.
What? Go ahead. What is it?
Well, it's not that big of a deal, but I wanted to address the crazy lady that we encountered in Southampton.
Right. So the last gig of our UK line in Southampton.
Yeah.
There was a crazy lady.
There was a crazy lady hanging out backstage.
I'm gonna let the cat out of the bag. There were a couple of crazy ladies.
There was a lot of crazy ladies there. But this one was like, I don't know. She was either wasted or like just had some weird chemicals going on in her brain. Cause I was like in a bathroom sitting on a can, and all of a sudden I hear this banging sounds, and I'm like, oh, that must be one of the bands like doing something weird. You know, I was like, are the dopamines here? Because it sounds like some shit's getting fucked up. But then I walked out and like, oh, no, it's just some lady. Huh, that's weird. Then I like proceeded to go sit down in the green room, was like having a beer or something. And all of a sudden I hear it again. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? I go up to this lady is like just like in the corner, like looking down at her bag, but like staring also at the door. And I was like, what the fuck is going on? She was just being all kinds of crazy.
Yeah, she was slamming stuff around. When I got up there later, she kept saying, I can't find my shit. I can't find my shit. And I was like, yeah, lady, you've definitely lost your shit.
Yeah.
But that's not what you mean. But she had her phone like thrown on the ground and her keys thrown on the ground and her wallet was there. And
Yeah.
I'm like, what shit are you talking about? Are you talking about drugs? You're talking about drugs. Like you've lost your drugs. You can't find your drugs.
Right. That could be a thing.
Guess what? I know where they are. You took them all. Because
Hey.
you're out of your goddamn brain right now.
That's right. She
And
should be
it-
having a good time.
She came into the green room, didn't she?
Yeah, she
Invited
came in the green
herself
room,
into the
just
green
invited
room.
itself right in, sat
Sat
down next
down.
to you.
Had some chips.
Did she?
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
I thought she was going to take a beer.
Yeah.
It was super awkward. We
Yeah.
had no clue what to do with that lady.
It was pretty weird. Eventually, some dude who, I don't know, maybe they're like dating or something, came and got her and like let her into her apartment. Because apparently the whole deal was she was locked out.
I don't
But-
think so.
No?
I mean, I don't know. I don't think she was locked out.
I think that was just like part of it. The fact that she was handling it so poorly was, something else. But I think that was like the reason she was around in that area. And then like she just, didn't know how a phone operated anymore or something, and like couldn't figure out the fact that like, hey, if you're stuck in a shitty situation, you should ask somebody for help, or because we kept asking her like if she needed help, and she was like, no, you can't help me.
You can't help me.
Like,
You're right. We
yeah,
can't
I
help
guess, but you are in our fucking space, so how about you either help yourself or get the fuck out of here? Jeepers.
you. But we got the fuck out of there and ended up going back to the mainland and kick off the last mainland run of the tour with a super cool festival, Brack Rock.
Yeah. Brack Rock. Yeah, that was the Brack Rock Eco Fest.
Yeah.
So everything's like eco-friendly and stuff.
That was
And it's like
rad.
Belgium.
It was in Belgium.
That's right.
It was at
Belgium is rad.
the
just in
site.
general.
I love Bel. Big fan.
Yeah.
Fan. But it was at the site in Duffel of an ancient castle.
Yeah.
So there was like a lake and a moat, and all the merch was set up around this castle. And Masked Intruder played a kick-ass set at the side stage, followed immediately by Less Than Jake.
That's right.
Well, that was the one with the house, right? Where like the green room was in the house.
Was it in a house? It was like I thought it was like a hotel because there was like a restaurant
Yeah,
upstairs.
that's right. The restaurant.
But it was like in a
upstairs.
residential area, which was
Right.
weird because it was like you go to that area where a festival's happening, and it's like just you kind of feel like you're in an outside field almost, but yeah, that castle was in the middle. And then like to get to the green room, you walk through like a neighborhood.
Yeah, it's like a cul-de-sac.
Yeah.
Like
Almost
15-minute walk away from the venue.
Yeah, which was fine. It was still beautiful and everything. I remember they had a lot of good beers for us because like they gave us, I mean, you could get whatever you wanted, but they had like some real good Belgian beers, which is great for us because I swear to God, every time we go to Belgium, usually, if we're just playing normal shows, it's like, oh yeah, welcome to Belgium, the place
Jupiler.
where all the good beer is. Now have a Jupiler.
Jupiler
And it's
forever.
like, I guess this is all right, but it's like, how about that real good stuff that you guys actually like, like the stuff that
the
everybody
monks
likes.
make.
And they were actually giving it to us this time.
Yeah.
And that was amazing. They were, it was like fucking free green room beers too. It was like, holy shit.
Yeah, some
This
of the
is
best
amazing.
beers. It's real good food as well at that festival. We ate really nicely. And that was my first time to see, I caught the set of Teenage Bottle Rocket, and it was my first time to see
that.
them.
Was
and they slayed. It was so good.
You think they slayed?
I thought they slayed.
I think if you had to ask Ray about it, he would say that was a pretty lame show for them.
Why you think so?
I don't know. They were just he was because I mean that was where like the guy was like getting on stage right in the middle of him trying to do a thing. I don't know. He was definitely like had to take the piss out of some of the crowd.
Right, which I did get some of that, but I thought it added to the show because they have that very I don't want to call it like a nonchalant attitude, but a very contrarian punk rock attitude. Like I think his statement for the last song of the night was, "This has been real dumb and boring."
Yeah.
And then they just kicked ass for the last song, and the audience was super into it. But I thought that their energy on stage was great. I thought their performance was great. I think they have a lot of fun for like putting on the personas of cool guys.
Yeah, exactly.
Like trying to be real cool, but they were definitely having fun.
Yeah, and I think that was their first show in Europe too, or something like that. Like they came in, because they were going to Blackpool the next day. I talked to Cody earlier, and they literally had flown in, gone straight to that festival. Were there for only like a few hours before they played, and then as soon as they had got done, they had to go take the ferry or the tunnel over to Rebellion Festival. So they were like, really, man, that's a good way to get yourself real tour fatigued real fast.
Right off the bat.
Yeah.
Well, I definitely super enjoyed their rendition of the punchlines, "A bear walks into a bar."
Oh yeah, that's great.
That was a great highlight. And I don't know, I don't know if it made it to public consumption or not, but it definitely floated around our personal chats. I don't know if we're allowed to let the cat out of the bag.
Oh, who was in the bear suit?
The bear did come out.
I think it was pretty obvious.
Well, it was obvious if you pay any attention, I think.
Yeah,
because
just
some
watch
of the
the
dance
moves.
moves were the same.
Yeah.
But during the big pause, a bear walked out onto stage.
A bear walks into a bar
with a beer and a shot of
on
whiskey.
stage. Yeah.
And he delivered it to the band.
Yeah.
And then commenced to dance for the rest of it. And
That's right.
turned out it was the one and only Officer Bradford.
That's right.
In the bear suit.
That's right.
So that was definitely a highlight moment for me from that show.
I mean, I didn't even know that was him when it was happening either. But then I saw some of his moves. I'm like, huh.
Yeah, when he
What
did
if
like
that's
the
Officer Bradford?
starfish, when he did the starfish jump.
Yeah.
I think that was the giveaway.
That's his signature move at this point. But that festival was great. We got to see, like friends again and hang out with some cool people. I saw a friend, Irena from the Netherlands, who, she's from Amsterdam, and it was good to see her again. And our other friend, Alicia from fucking Australia, which is like crazy. But yeah.
Again, my buddy North was at that show.
Oh yeah, everybody.
My friend Sophia was at that show.
Yeah.
She's from Sweden, so that was cool to run into her there as well. Like, yeah, it was just rad. The Pears were back on that bill, so we were hanging out with them in merch area.
My highlight of that day though was what came after the show. Do you remember that?
Yeah, absolutely. We
I
walked through small town DeFell.
Well, we didn't even walk that far. I remember when we going to the hotel. Tom was like, we drove by this fucking bar and they had a huge Dufel sign out front. I don't know what the actual bar was called, But he just goes, "That looks like a good place to have a drink." And I'm like, "Huh, yeah." Oh, and yeah, we did did do some walking before that.
We got fries.
Yeah, but this place was like real close to the hotel, and like we kind of went out to this like water area, and there were like some bands playing, and I'm like, I don't know, this seems a little rowdy for me. I would kind of like to fucking just sit down and chill and not be around a bunch of loud music right now because I'm an old guy and I don't give a shit no more. But so we had a drink there, and it was real good Belgian stuff. And then we kind of wandered back to that place.
You weren't with us. You weren't with us when we got the fries.
No, I split up with you guys because I really wanted to go to that other place.
Me and Blue and Red.
Yeah.
Went out, and it was funny because when we took off, it was me and Blue and Red and Dave Nobody and Office Bradford.
Yeah.
And we all started walking, and we were like, well, we're going to go this way because we got a tip that there was like a train car that's serving French fries.
Right.
Or not Belgian fries.
Yeah.
Right over here.
Yeah.
And Dave Nobody and Officer Bradford, who were super looking for exactly that, we made a left, and they were like, yeah, well, we're going to go this way because according to the map, like the center area is over this way.
Yeah.
So we went a block and immediately hit like Freet heaven.
Yeah.
Oh God,
I know because we met up with
good.
you guys again, and you still had some, and that was so fucking delicious.
I remember Red and Blue didn't have any money. I was shelling out all the money for all the fries and all the dips, and it was like it cost nothing. It was so cheap. It was like €6 for a mountain of fries, and then we got like 6 varieties of dips to dip all the fries in. And they were sending pictures that were like really beautiful pictures of like the dome, the church in town, and like some touristy shit, but no fries.
Fucking frites.
And what we sent back was just this mountain of fries to them. And it was like, you guys made the wrong turn.
That's right.
But then we all did meet up in that Belgian bar, and we drank a bunch of Belgian beer.
Yeah, that was so great because it was like that menu was so huge, like literally hundreds of beers.
Yeah.
And I don't fucking know what these things are. Like they had descriptions of them, but it was like too much to read. So I basically just fucking opened it up to a page, put my finger down, and I was like, I'll take that one. And I don't think you could. There's probably like 1 or 2 bad choices on that menu, but I think they're harder to find.
Yeah, I mean,
good choices.
Belgian beer, man, it's something special. It really is. Do you have a favorite?
A favorite Belgian beer?
Yeah.
I mean, not really. Probably one of the ones I had that night, but I don't remember what they were called.
So there's a Belgian beer that I really like called Quintine.
Oh yeah.
And I'm hoping it's the right one, because what I think, if I'm getting it right, Quintine is like it's got a witch on the cover or on the label. And it's like witches. It's like witches brew.
Oh yeah.
And the story behind it is, you know that
good ass stuff.
You know that a lot of like Belgian beer, right, is made by monks.
Yeah, that's right.
The Trappist beers.
Yeah.
And the Quintine is made by nuns.
Oh
and
yeah.
So it's one of the few that are made by the ladies instead of the men.
That's right.
And I think that's super cool, and it's delicious. So Quintine with a witch on it, I think.
Excellent.
Yeah. Another really really good one is the Cuvée du Trolls.
Okay.
Which is like the little trolls.
Oh yeah,
their special mixture.
That's right.
So that's a good.
You got to answer a riddle to drink the beer.
Yeah, or they steal your wallet.
Ooh.
Oh no, wait, that was Blue.
Oh yeah, that's right. Allegedly. All right. Well, where were we next? We did Duffel and then Köln.
Köln. So Helios 37 in Köln.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really remember. We did this already, right? We tried to figure out what the show was.
That was where we played with Good Riddance.
Oh, that's right.
Because they missed the Brack Rock, their set at Brack Rock.
Right.
Which was a big bummer. A lot of people were super pissed. Good Riddance and Pulley, yeah. And it was funny because they realized that like right before we were supposed to play, and the guy wanted to go out on stage and announce that and make the announcement like right before our fucking set started. And another shout out to our wonderful TM Tom. He shut that shit down.
He's like, hell no.
He was like, no.
You do it after.
You do it after. Yeah, that's right.
Before Less Than Jake plays.
Yeah, right. Well, I mean, granted, they did it like after our set ended, so you still had like some time before they played.
Well, there was a super cool thing about that too, because in that spot, I heard later our buddy Joe McMahon, they Smoke or Fire played the main stage, and then Joe McMahon and the band went to the small stage, and basically they filled in the Good Riddance slot,
but also
playing Joe McMahon's music.
Also, one of the slots got filled by our buddies, the Price Doofkies,
the local band.
They're from Belgium, and I was kind of bummed that we had to leave kind of like while they were playing because they were just fucking ripping that crowd a new asshole.
Yeah,
Like they
in a
were
prime
just
spot.
killing it.
Prime spot.
And it's so good for those guys because they're a great band, great dudes. Ricky had a big fucking bike accident a little while back and like very life threatening, and he's back in it now. So it's like really cool for him. And I was really happy that those guys got that opportunity, and it's cool.
That is super cool.
Yeah. But anyway, back to
Köln.
Köln.
So we
Cologne.
did meet up with Good Riddance.
Yeah, we met up with Good Riddance, and once they finally got their asses over there.
Super cool group of guys, by the way.
Yeah.
The dudes in Good Riddance and
Oh,
their
yeah.
crew. Once they got sort of over the stress of arrival, they relaxed quite nicely with us, and that was a really good show.
It was the hottest fucking green room of the tour, I think.
We got some really good food. It was the hottest green room of the tour.
Yeah.
Like the green room was upstairs. There's no air conditioning, of course, and it's like a squatted industrial park.
Yeah, but then it's like the green room is upstairs, and then it's like
It was even worse.
closed off, and just it was a lot nicer to just hang out outside. But
The other thing that I remember about that green room is it was kind of attached to the merch area. And in that
That's
back
right.
room area, they had on the PA system, somebody put like a Bob Marley CD when we were loading in.
yeah,
Like Greatest Hits of Bob Marley or
Some
something
good-ass
like
reggae.
that.
Yeah.
Well, it was
give
good
me
ass,
some reggae.
like really good ass reggae the first time that the album played through, but then they never came back and changed the record, and it just played on repeat
yeah,
from about 4 p.m. to about 2 o'clock in the morning.
that's right.
That's a lot of reggae.
Everybody nice and irie or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's about it for that show. I mean, it was good.
What do we do? We went out after. I got a really nice pizza in Köln.
Yeah, that's probably true.
Tom and I took a walk during that show and got a pizza.
Yeah.
I think everybody else got some dinner.
Dinner. Yeah. I don't remember. I don't think I ate nothing.
Man, Red fell in love with the dinner on this tour.
Oh, he sure fucking did.
Between him and
He
Dave
acted
Nobody.
like he never had it before.
Yeah, between him and Dave Nobody, they were eating the hell
Red
out of
acted
some
like he'd
donut.
never been to Europe before or toured it. It was weird.
It was weird.
But I don't know. Then we played in
We moved on from
Lindau.
Köln to Lindau,
yeah.
which this was a cool show.
Yeah, this was definitely a milestone for us. I can let you say why, and then I'll say why it was a milestone.
All right. How am I supposed to guess what your milestone is?
Oh, because I think we're on the same page with it.
Oh, well, this was a show where Mass Intruder was the warm-up act.
Yeah.
And then the direct support was, again, our buddies in Good Riddance.
Yeah.
And then the headliners for that night were the Descendants.
That's right.
So,
And that was a long time coming for us because, Stephen Edgerton fucking, he mastered one of our EPs, and then the last one was done. I don't know if fucking who did it, but it was at the Blasting Room, and we heard say that Milo's a fan of the band and all this stuff, and it's like we've played festivals with those guys before and been around them, but it's always a weird thing where it's like, I don't know, they're fucking punk rock legends. Can I say hi to them? I don't know if I can, and then like they're too busy, so they don't say hi to us. But this was a chance, and we finally got to like hang out with those guys.
Yeah, it
and
was
have conversations and stuff.
yeah, it was super cool to get to meet them. They're super level-headed. Milo is smart as fuck.
Oh yeah.
And I actually, was bold enough in that situation to say like, hey guys, I'm here. I'm just taking some pictures. Do you mind if I shoot the show? And they were like, yep, totally cool. Just don't get behind the band and don't get in the way. So I think I got some really great shots. I'll probably publish them to the Patreon. And then link some stuff in the Instagram as well. Some stuff with the Descendants, because that was a super cool night.
Hell yeah.
Another just really, really hot room, though.
Yeah, it was. And yeah, I don't know. It was nice. I went outside to eat dinner, and it was like, oh yeah, this is nice outside. And then as soon as you go inside, it's just like, ugh.
Also, awesome tip of the hat to Club Vaudeville for their catering. Because they do a really cool thing there where everybody works together. And so at 6 o'clock when they served dinner, everything stopped and everybody had dinner together.
That's right.
And it was like a great vegan spread. And they put out like tomato gazpacho that was delicious. And they had done a really cute thing with the menu where each of the dishes they had used songs from the 3 bands that were on the bill,
Yeah.
and like changed the words to be related to
Yeah.
to the food that was eating.
That's right.
So that was really cute.
They named the food after the song.
the food,
basically.
yeah. They named the food after the song, and they were all puns. And I'm a big
Yeah.
pun guy. I love it. So
I'm a real pun guy. All right.
I like to consider myself very punny.
All righty. Let's move on then.
Sure.
Well, the next day was weird because we were like, hey, we got a day off. Let's go to fucking punk rock holiday real nice and early, have a real good time and get wasted.
Yeah.
And then turns out we had some troubles with the van.
Yeah, you can't really drive over the Alps when the van don't work.
Yeah. Still, I think the jury's still out on what the actual deal was there. Other than we just kept losing power. So we got stuck in Austria for a day, which honestly wasn't that bad.
No, I don't even remember the name of the town that we stayed in.
Yeah,
because I don't think I don't even know if it had a name. It
Yeah,
might have just
it
been
did,
like exit
but-
138 off
Yeah,
of the
right.
highway or something.
Right.
Because it was tiny as fuck.
Yeah.
But
But it was
ended
also
up-
beautiful. It was like this
uh,
quintessential, not Bavarian because it's Austria, but like Austrian,
like Heidi,
like
man.
little village.
Like Sound of
Yeah.
Music bullshit. Mountains
exactly.
and green grass and lakes, and
Yeah.
it was gorgeous.
And everybody was real friendly and everything. And, just surrounded by the mountains and everything.
Oh, we went to that crazy guest house and had dinner that night.
That's right. That was like one of the best meals I ever had.
So
It was
good.
so good.
Where I had like pork medallions in mushroom gravy sauce.
Yeah.
I think blue and red had like cordon bleu schnitzel,
Yeah.
and you had some deer, right?
I had Jäger Schnitzel. And
No, that wasn't Jäger schnitzel.
no, you're right. It was
You had the wilde, the deer,
yeah.
the venison goulash.
Venison, yeah.
Oh God, you had the best dish of the night.
But I think it's a real cool thing when they offer deer on a menu in Bavaria in Germany or Austria, because it's always like they don't find those deer. They're hunting them and stuff, and then it's like, oh, well, maybe he had a kind of a good life before this. It's also just different. Like, you can get beef and pork everywhere, but like deer's not like as readily available as other stuff. So I like to try to get it whenever I can.
Yeah.
And it was definitely the best choice
Oh,
as far as I'm concerned
it
that
was
night.
so good and
It was
tender.
wonderful.
But that was really cool because we got there and those ladies were like, "Do you have a reservation?"
Yeah.
We're like, allegedly.
Yeah.
And they were like, "No reservation, no table," and then took off. And we just kind of stood there and
Oh
waited
yeah,
for a
it seemed
while.
like they were being real rude to us. But I mean that's also kind of like a
Well, they were
German,
that
Austrian
place
thing.
was popping off busy. They
Yeah,
only
they
had
were.
about 20 tables in the whole place.
Yeah, yeah.
And every one of them was full.
Mhm.
And we just sort of stood there because we didn't understand if they were like, "Oh, you're not getting a table, or you're just gonna have to wait."
Right.
And so we waited around for a little bit, and then out of nowhere they were like, "Okay, we have one we can give you outside,"
Yeah.
which is where we wanted to sit anyway. So
Right.
it worked out great.
Yeah. And then they were super friendly, so that was nice.
I did a backflip on that trampoline at the hotel too.
Oh, really?
That was my crowning athletic moment of the tour, I think.
That's cool. I didn't hit up the trampoline. I probably
Yeah, the
it's probably a good
hotel.
thing I didn't. I would have hurt myself.
This place was so off the beaten path.
What was
that
it
the
called?
hotel, it's like a
Jufel?
Jufa,
Jufa, yeah.
but it was like a
youth.
youth.
Well, it was like a family hotel.
Yeah, it had like little shit for kids to play on, and like
Yeah.
trampolines in the backyard, and like little rocking horses that you could rock on, and it was like
Mhm.
super family friendly,
Yeah.
But then
Also
there
super
was-
cheap.
super cheap.
Yeah, which is why we took it. And then, shout out to Nomads of Prague.
Oh, yeah.
Our backline and van rental company, because they really came through for us with getting us another van, even though like all their stuff was booked out. They had to like definitely pull some strings for us, and but they got it done, and it really means a lot. We were worried about making the next show, and they made sure we got there, and they took care of us. They took care of our accommodations and made sure we got a dinner taken care of and everything. Like, which some people would say that's the standard. That's what they're supposed to do,
Man,
and I understand that. But there's definitely some companies out there that would not have done that And so fuck those companies. Nomads of Prague is tight.
Yeah, they were above and beyond what would have been required, I think, for normal customer service, and they did an amazing job of just arranging that shit and taking care of it for us. So thanks to Nomads. If you are a band and you want to come to Europe and tour, I would definitely consider starting off in Prague, hire Tom,
Yeah,
and go with Nomads. That was
That's
pretty
right.
good shit.
that's right. What else about Austria?
Once
Nothing?
we got the new van,
Yeah.
after the next day, the new van arrived, and we flipped everything out of our van into the new van.
Yeah.
And then, of course, the exact same thing broke down in the new van nearly
Yeah.
immediately.
It was so weird.
Turned out to be nothing.
Yeah.
And we hopped over the border out of Austria into what is just stunningly beautiful Slovenia
Yeah.
on the way to Punk Rock Holiday.
It was amazing. And it was definitely the kind of drive that you do not want to have a dysfunctional van on.
Certainly.
Because you're doing these like hairpin fucking things down the side of a mountain.
Shit, I forgot, man. We hit that guy in Belgium. Tom hit that guy with the
we
van.
forgot about that. Yeah, Tom.
Tom killed a man.
Yeah, he
With
totally just
Old man on
mutilated
a
him
bike. It was
with
ugly.
with our van. He was like, "Look at that guy! I gotta get him."
Boom.
And,
Swerved out of the way and everything. He was up
fucking
on the sidewalk. It was crazy.
Psychopath.
None of this is true. That's not how it happened. This
Yeah,
guy fell
allegedly.
completely on his own because he was going way too slow because he was drunk as fuck.
Yeah, he was definitely, not with it. And then I was like, "Shit, well, we should probably help that guy."
Yeah.
So we helped him get up on his bike, but it was like, "Oh, dude, he's not. I don't even know if he's gonna be okay now."
Yeah. That guy was out of it. We thought it might have been our fault, but it turned out to totally be his fault. 'Cause
That's
he was
right.
not
Yeah.
together.
And we didn't even come in contact with him. It was just a thing where we were pulling out and like,
Oh, yeah, no, we never
we're in a
touched
big
the
ass
guy.
van, so it was like making the gap that he could get through a little smaller. But he was like not really stopping, but like slowing way down to the point where it was like, dude, just get off your bike.
Have you ever gone so slow on a bike to where you lose the center of gravity? You can't even keep the bike upright anymore.
Right.
That's what this guy did.
Yeah. And it was like, I don't know. He just didn't know how to dismount properly. And he just kind of crumpled down and like slowly rolled onto the ground, but like in a way that like
It
was just super
awkward.
awkward. And all his shit went everywhere. And we're like, Jesus.
Oh, man.
It's like, I don't really feel responsible for this, but at the same time, it happened in front of me. So I guess I got to do something about
do
it.
something kind.
Yeah.
Do a good deed for the day. But anyway, we arrived at Punk Rock Holiday after this beautiful drive through Slovenia, the mountains and everything. And Punk Rock Holiday
Yeah.
is like paradise.
Fucking beautiful.
Wow. And we got there early enough to where we kind of just had the day to ourselves.
Yeah. We got to do some stuff.
Yeah, I went off and I met up with my really good friend Steph.
Yeah.
I think you know Steph.
Of
don't
course,
you,
she's
Green?
been on the podcast.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Steffi.
So met up with her and she kind of gave me like the guided tour.
Mhm.
And I love going to festivals with Steph, and I love going to concerts and partying with her because she definitely kicks over into like band mom mode.
Oh yeah.
And she's just like, do you want something to eat? Do you want a beer? Do you
Yeah.
want to go get in the river? Do you want to float this? And then it's just like, it was awesome.
Yeah.
I got in an inflatable donut and I got into like 9-degree water. It was cold as balls.
It was pretty cold.
It was nice though. Your body got used to it after a while.
Yeah, it was definitely not. I've been in colder water where I was like, all right, I had to be in there for a while for my body to get used to it. And then I was like, I don't know if it's a good thing that my body's used to this.
Right.
But this was good. This was like
lower level
this
stages
was
of
like
hypothermia.
refreshingly cold.
Mm.
Like after how hot this whole tour had been, like,
Right.
that was nice.
So in the spirit of just saying yes to everything that day, because it was like, hey, do you want to go to the campsite? Yes. Hey, do you
Mhm.
want to get in the river? Yes. Hey, do you want to float down the river to the beach stage? Yes.
Yeah.
And then I was doing some drinking and doing some being out in the sun. And as we were taking the stage, right, Mass Intruders taking the stage, and I was going up there with my camera, there was somebody on the side of the stage that extended their hand.
Yeah.
And that recognizable little rolled up cigarette paper.
Oh, yeah.
And that familiar smell. And he was like, hey, do you want some of this?
Talking about weed.
And I was like,
Yeah.
yes, because I've said yes to everything today. So yes, I do. And I took a hit of it. And he did the thing that every casual weed smoker never wants to hear.
Oh yeah.
Because as soon as I took a rip off of that, he leaned forward and he was like, have fun.
Oh God.
And everything after that moment is a little bit fuzzy.
Yeah, all right.
because whatever that was either some of the best weed I've ever had in my entire life,
Yeah.
or there was something else going on in there, because I was definitely in a different plane of existence for a while.
Yeah, that sounds good.
And I think that after a short nap in the green room,
Yeah.
in which the dopamines were playing football with the refrigerators,
Yeah.
those guys are crazy, huh?
Well, yeah, I guess. You
Or
can put it
crazy
that
fun,
way.
but like
Like
madcap, the mad,
you could
like
leave say that, but without the last word.
just crazy.
Yeah.
Just crazy.
I mean, yeah, they like to get drunk and terrorize their friends, basically. But yeah, they were like pulling the refrigerators out of the green rooms and put them in the hallway because that was a good time.
And tackling them.
Yeah, apparently that happened too. So I don't know. They definitely got yelled at. I don't know if they got like reprimanded any other way.
Yeah.
But that was also the day they were real happy. They were really excited because they got stiffed on their payment from the previous show because they got too drunk to play.
Oh shit. Yeah, that sucks.
Yeah, that sucks.
The bass player, John, right?
Yeah,
Threw his bass into the river.
that's right.
Which
Which, I get that. It was their last
That's
show
fun.
of tour, and he was like, hey, I'm going to do this. Fuck this bass. But then apparently somebody went after it.
yeah, their tour manager.
Yeah, and he had his cell phone. So his cell
Yeah.
phone's fucked. And I'm like, dude,
Gotta let it go.
You can
Other
you can let the
people's
bass
crazy
go.
decisions.
Well,
yeah.
also, you go find a bass in the river, fucking dry that shit out and see if it still works. But it's not like leaving it in the river for a couple more seconds is
Right.
gonna make a difference.
Yeah, you didn't have to scramble with your wallet and your phone and all that shit in your
Yeah.
pockets.
That's right.
We did have the unique pleasure also at Punk Rock Holiday after my weird head trip from smoking whatever that was kind of subsided, but I was still really, really out of it. But we sat down with Jake from Jake and the Jellyfish,
Yeah,
host of the Desert Island Punks podcast.
that's right.
And we gave him we had like a triple threat.
That's right.
So we did Intruder Green, I'll take a shot at that, Desert Island Punks.
And apparently a whole lot of Intruder Purple.
Intruder Purple got involved.
Because I had to go do a thing, and then she got involved, and
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe it went a little off the rails there, but we can clean it up.
I think we like threw her into a situation she didn't quite understand what was going on.
Oh yeah.
And then we were doing loads of shots because that was the trip.
Well, you had that bottle of the
Stro.
Stro there too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that got me going pretty good too.
80%
80%,
alcohol.
not 80 proof.
160 proof.
160 proof.
80% alcohol
That shit was
rum.
nuts.
Woo! We were lighting it on fire in Vienna.
Oh yeah.
I tried to do a big fireball, like blow it out, but the lighter wasn't strong enough to do it. But what we found out was if you poured it on your hand, you could light it and it would burn on the hand. Like it was completely flammable
Absolutely,
shit.
yeah.
But we did.
It doesn't need to be nearly that strong to be flammable.
So yeah, 80% alcohol, overproofed rum. We were doing shots of that, and so look out for the Desert Island Punks podcast. And I'm gonna syndicate the episode, and I think you will too, Green.
Oh, absolutely.
Where we talk about our three. Because there was such a big group of us, we couldn't do all five, but we did 3 Desert Island records.
That's right.
And a book, and it's a cool podcast. So you just gotta go.
I think I didn't
check it out.
I think I missed the book part.
Yeah, I don't think you were there for the book. Go ahead and give it to me now. What would your book be?
Oh shit. I didn't think this through.
Oh well.
I don't know. How about what would be a good one to read? Probably like a cool comic book or something. I don't know.
Just a comic book? You'd be done with it in like 30 minutes?
Ninja Turtles. Yeah, but you should keep looking at the pictures. That's the best part.
Yeah,
anyway.
okay. I think I said the Tao Te Ching, the Book of Changes.
Oh yeah.
Because I think that like that sort of centering.
What about
philosophy.
like Island Survival Guide?
Right,
That's what I want.
That'd be how to escape a desert island.
That's right.
A handbook
Yeah.
would be the good one to take.
Yeah.
But that was loads of fun. So keep your eye out for that coming out. Probably after this episode on my show and in the future for Intruder Green. And I know that it's probably already out on Desert Island Punks.
Yeah,
So
once we release this, it will be.
I'm pretty sure for Punk Rock Holiday, the name that he gave our group specifically with I'll Take a Shot at That was Desert Island Drunks.
Oh yeah, probably.
We were obliterated.
That's apt, is what the kids call it. So what do we got next? That was Punk Rock Holiday.
That was
Had a great
Punk Rock
fucking time.
Holiday.
Would
We
love to
left.
go to that again.
On the way out, we hit a car That wasn't our fault.
No, they hit us.
They hit
basically.
us. We got stuck between a tour bus and a mountain, and then backed into a car. But that actually turned out to be a little bit of a blessing more than a curse, because the 2 daughters that were on vacation with that guy were real cute.
Yeah, that's true.
There was a mother,
And
a
by
father.
daughters, we mean grown women who were just there with their parents.
They were full adults.
Yeah.
They were with their parents. They were smoking cigarettes.
Yeah.
And they had tattoos.
That's right.
They were completely legal.
And apparently they were getting real flirty with you.
Yeah, I just kind of strolled over to see the damage to the car, and I was like, "Oh yeah, that's not so bad. I'm glad no one's
not so
hurt."
bad. It was like the fucking.
They broke like the fog light was about.
Oh,
the
really?
Worst. Yeah,
I didn't even think that. I thought it was just the bumper.
No,
not the bumper. The fucking license plate.
Yeah, no, it hit and it pushed into the bumper and it cracked the front of the fog light.
Oh shit!
That was a little bit of damage, but yeah I was just kind of like, in that weird hangover state and sipping a lemonade. And I was like, "So where'd you come from?" And they're like, "Oh, we're from Holland. Isn't that weird?"
Yeah.
And I was like, "Yeah,"
as they say.
Yeah.
And you're like, "Yeah, I want to get weird."
It's like, "Oh, so what do you do? You just on vacation and this and that?" And yeah, that was. They definitely left with smiles on their faces, and I had a smile on my face from chatting them up. And it was funny because they got a little competitive with each other.
Oh yeah,
they were sisters.
That's good.
And the younger one was chatting up with me first, and we were having some talk. And then the older one came over and was like, "Oh yeah, actually, I know about this too, and I know about like you can go climbing over here and you can go paragliding over there." And the younger one was like, I'm talking with this boy. Why are you being? Why are you being like this?" And they got a little feisty with each other.
That's good.
And I was like, all right. To steal an Intruder Green euphemism.
I did not get to meet those ladies. I'm sure that I would have charmed them into wanting to go on tour with us if I did, or maybe just scared them off, whatever. One of the two. But I did get to go. I fucked off and went down this path that we pulled off on to check it out a little bit, and there was a nice bridge, like old timey bridge. That was real wobbly and stuff going over this big ass stream from water coming down from the mountains. I really just wanted to get in it and drink it and stuff. But I couldn't. There wasn't like a good opportunity for that.
Yeah, I definitely.
But it was beautiful.
Yeah, Slovenia is wonderful. And I will say that next year, regardless of what happens, hopefully it works out to where if Mass Intruder plays Punk Rock Holiday again, I can be back on the road with you guys.
Yeah.
Or it bans punk rock or otherwise. If you're out there in the world, you want photography, videography, you can hit me up. I'm available for that kind of stuff. But no matter what, if I'm working or not, I will go back to Slovenia next year for the 10th anniversary of Punk Rock Holiday.
Oh, hell yeah.
And I heard a rumor last night that it might be the last one.
Oh, shit. Oh, yeah, because they're making they're building a road through there or something.
Yeah. So that's sad.
Yeah, it's super shitty because I guess if they're building a road, then maybe it makes it more accessible. But if they're building a road right through the
place that
you don't want it to be at.
Through where the stage shit would be.
Yeah, which is fucked because that's such a beautiful space.
Well,
I don't want to get all Sierra Club here, but you got to fucking have those beautiful spaces to make life enjoyable, you know?
Well, and apparently...
Don't pour concrete over it.
Apparently the residents of Tolman are not happy about this as well. Because, what goes on in Tolman? There's, some kind of cheese.
There's a
punk rock holiday.
Yeah.
And they're, in that 6 days... They make all their money for the year with all the hotels and the restaurants and everything that's going on. So if that goes away, it's just going to be a mess for the local community.
That sucks.
It does.
They should take up arms against their oppressive overlords.
But let's do it next year, man. If you're not playing or out on tour, let's go. And I want to spend some more time and really do the full experience. Camp out, eat the food. Float, spend a lot more time in that river because I think it had healing properties. I wasn't feeling
That's
so
what
hot.
Everybody says, yeah.
I wasn't feeling so hot. I got in that water. I
will say that having drank water from a stream coming down the mountains from near that area, it's that is the cleanest, purest water I've ever experienced. You talk about this fucking bottled water. There's no way you're gonna buy bottled water from the store that's that clean and pure and just. It's probably full of minerals too, but it's not it's not like vitamin water,
right?
Where they pump it full of bullshit. It's it's just
natural,
everything
clean.
you want from nature.
Beautiful.
It was wonderful.
Lovely.
Yeah.
So we had to say goodbye after only one day at Punk Rock Holiday to make our way to Vienna, Austria, which was another really cool venue.
Oh yeah.
This arena place. It's like a big outdoor amphitheater, like 3 bars inside the complex,
Yeah.
2 different music venues, and the main place that we played, or the Master Intruder played, and I took pictures. That was kick ass.
That was like the
Kick ass venue.
little punk rock club.
Yeah, super tight show. And after the show, I mean, the show was cool, right? It was hot.
It was hot
sweaty.
as fuck. What I was surprised about, too, is that we were the only band on a bill,
Yeah,
but we
'Cause
still
they said it
packed
was so
the place.
hot.
Yeah, because
like,
they were
only
so
one
hot
band.
they didn't want to book more than one because it's too much for people to take apparently.
right.
But a shit ton of people came out. Like I don't think we sold it out, but it was still a lot of people there. And we asked on stage like who had seen us before, and only like a few of them had.
Right.
So everybody just came there, kind of like on a whim, like not knowing even who we were. Because I think that was another question, like who knows who we are, and nobody fucking knew
Mhm.
before that night. They were just like, "Oh, a band is playing. They look weird. Let's go check them out."
Mhm. Yeah, no, it was good.
Which I appreciate, you know.
And in fact, I don't think you were there. I think you were running around doing something, shaking babies or whatever it might have been. But I actually spoke to a couple of people who were at that concert afterwards.
Yeah.
We sat outside. I had a bit more stro.
Yeah,
So
that's
that
when
was
you got
left
into
over.
lighting it on fire and stuff.
Yeah, we were. So I was trying to blow fireballs of stro, and we had this conversation. So it's about a 10-minute little chat, 5 or 10 minutes here.
Yeah.
We'll play it for you now of some people. I asked them what they thought about the whole show to get some outsider's perspective of what a Master Intruder show is like.
Yeah.
And there's a joke in here about stro, which apparently has something to do with a German language pun. But I'll let it explains itself better.
Yeah, I think that's the best way to do it. Don't explain the joke before they hear it.
Yeah, so take a listen to this.
Thanks for listening to the Intruder Green podcast. By now you probably heard about our sponsor, Stupid Rad Merch Company. And if you haven't, then listen up, because I gotta tell you, Stupid Rad Merch Company is a great web store with a bunch of your favorite bands at stupidradmerch.com. And if you're in a band and need some work done, they can get you totally covered for a modest price and super quick turnaround time. But don't just take it from me. Here's what the ladies from Bad Cop had to say about it.
Comes up with great ideas. It's always pushing, always moving. And
Simeon is delightful to work with. He's very responsive and professional, and
it's the quality of the shirts. I like them.
yeah, high quality.
Very well done. Very well done on the ink. It
really
feels
does.
like a family again. It feels like it's a place where you can trust what's happening.
And don't forget to use the code PRISON at checkout and get a 15% discount on all Stupid Rad branded apparel. That's PRISON, I think. I don't really know how to spell, but those are the letters they told me to say. StupidRadMerch.com.
StupidRadMerch.com.
What's happening?
So the podcast is called I'll Take a Shot at That. And the very first thing that happens is we have to take a shot. So I happen to have this is Austrian. You probably know it.
Yeah,
It's straw.
it's actually what you
And it's
use for
80% straw.
yeah, for baking,
Really?
for making.
I was supposed to say, hold on. Well, first, I take a shot. And now we we take a shot.
It tastes like Rumkugeln.
It tastes like rum kugel. It does not taste like rum.
Yeah, it's so sweet. How is that so sweet?
It's really gross, right?
No, how is
love
it so
it.
sweet?
No, you like it?
I love.
So I'm supposed to ask the question. Maybe you can tell me this joke, because I'm supposed to say. Moment. So, warum liegt hier eigentlich Stroh?
What?
Warum liegt hier Stroh?
Warum liegt hier eigentlich Stroh?
Warum liegt hier Stroh?
Why are you wearing a mask?
Do you don't know what it is from?
the sentence. It's from a German porn movie. Yeah.
It's from Switzerland.
You can actually find it on YouTube.
Warum liegt der Stroh am Boden?
Yeah. It just goes on. She's asking the question, and he's suddenly like, "Just blow me one."
Jesus.
Yeah.
Why is there straw on the floor?
Yeah, and why are you wearing a mask and
Yeah.
blow me?
So it would be really funny, I think, because we're on tour with Masked Intruder,
Yeah, it's amazing.
that they should all be wearing a mask.
Yeah.
And so that seems really good.
I actually
So the
thought-
follow-up is that you should blow me. That's the. So I say, why is there straw on the floor?
And I ask, why are you wearing a mask?
And I say, it doesn't matter, you should just blow me?
Yeah, and then I blow you.
Okay. Let's introduce everyone. Well, they are clearly busy. Why don't you tell people who you are?
Well, I'm Jazzy.
Jazzy.
Kevin.
Pizza. Max.
And tonight we're here in Vienna, Austria, Wien. Sorry. Does it annoy you when American people change the name of your home city?
As long as you don't call us Germans.
Or Australians.
Australians, that would be a shitty one, I think.
Yeah, but we get it a lot. Like, you're from Austria. Like, I'm from Austria. Wow, Australia. That's nice.
That's not nice. I don't think people should do that. All right, listeners, don't fucking call Austrian people Australian. That's really offensive. We are here at Arena in Wien. And tonight you all four were at the Masked Intruder show. Did you enjoy the show?
Of course. We did.
Well, awesome, yeah.
Yeah, it was great.
What did you know Masked Intruder before tonight, or did you just show up at the show? Like, how did you come to be here?
I just looked it up and I saw the band picture of them. And I always like to meet new bands at a concert, because at a concert you get to know how people really are in a band. On an album you can always pretend to be someone else. But at a concert you get really the feeling how people are, and I always like to try some new music. And I just asked them, all the other three people, if they want to come along.
So you came sight unseen. You had never seen Masked Intruder before.
Well, I trust Kevin. He has great taste.
I listened to their songs in the subway on my way to here. Never heard before, but very nice.
All right. Can I ask you, what was the most memorable point of the show for you? Like the thing, if you think now, take a moment, maybe take another shot. The straw is around. Pop it back open. And take a shot at explaining to me the thing that you remember most right now from the show that you just saw. And you took the first shot, so we'll talk to you first.
The policeman, of course.
Oh, Officer Bradford.
Yeah, of course. Very, very nice person.
Just through the whole show, him as a person, or?
Was completely insane, just funny through it all. I like it very much.
Okay. Did you take your shot?
I did.
All right, Pizza, tell me what's up. What do you remember most about the show?
I would probably remember like my moment, because they told the ladies to dance and I was the lady to dance.
Yeah, you danced with Green tonight.
Yeah, I did. And I really like how they interacted with the people, with the people that were watching them. I really like that.
Yeah, it's a really immersive experience, right?
If they ever got to be like a big band, I hope they keep that.
Well, they're a pretty big band. I would hate for them to hear you say that. I don't know.
Don't tell them I said that.
Well, it's fucked now because you're on the podcast. Sorry, you told them yourself. And wait, pass the bottle.
Sorry.
And do your shot first. And what is the most memorable thing that you know from the show tonight?
Here we go.
Get that. You don't want that.
Well, I would have also said about probably Officer Brannigan, but Bradford. But just to point out,
Tom, come here.
Maybe to point out another moment, I liked it how quickly they build up a connection to the audience. It's always a hard thing in Vienna to build up a connection to the audience, because I don't know. It's really hard to motivate Austrian people sometimes. Yeah. So I think they just needed 3 songs.
Nice. Okay, here, Tom, come here. How'd you like the stro, Tom?
The stro?
Stro.
Stro, it tasted like melted down plastic bags, siphoned through a diesel engine that breaks down for 3 days.
Do it.
And you drink it out of the fucking engine.
It tastes like a bottle of Everclear with butterscotch.
I don't know what you're
candies
talking
dropped
about,
into
Tom.
it.
I think it's pretty delicious.
Oh,
No,
shit.
these are all wrong.
Yeah, good one.
It's violet. You like it too? It's good.
No, it's not violet. Right?
That's the reaction right there. That shit is terrible, right?
Like Tom just feels like it just siphoned a gas tank or something.
Piece of cake.
No, it's
All right,
great.
so I need you to pass that to her. And we're doing a shot of Stro.
If I light this cigarette, will my mouth catch on fire?
It's possible.
Yes, definitely.
All right, so your most memorable moment of the show tonight.
Well, to be honest, I was just so embarrassed when they invited me to sing a song and I didn't know the song. I wished so hard that I would know the song because I wanted to sing with them. I thought it was nice.
This is heart-shaped guitar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna listen to all the songs and learn them by heart next time. I'm
Next
gonna
time.
sing with you. Yeah.
All right, we're going to look for you when we're back in
Yeah, please
Vienna
do. Please do.
to have you sing heart-shaped guitar. I will
Thank
pass
you.
that along to the intruders. Hopefully they
Which
will.
are not present at the moment. Because we wouldn't notice.
I don't see any intruders around here. No, not a one.
Who wants a shot?
You want to do the last shots? Finish this thing off. I'm not taking it with
I think
me.
it's great, man. It tastes like molasses and brown sugar. I mean, what proof is this even?
160 proof.
Shut the fuck
It's 80% alcohol. That's what the big 80 says on the
It
front.
does not taste like no, 160 proof is like pure ethanol.
Yeah, no, drink it. Light that shit on fire. Do it. Let's light it on fire.
I don't buy that something 160 proof could be this delicious.
Wait, I'm gonna try something stupid. Should I try something stupid?
Yeah.
I mean, adventures, right? I'll take a shot. Let's see if I can do this. I don't know. Will it burn?
It will.
It will burn? Okay. I need somebody's help. No, I seriously need somebody's help. So you got to take this. This is the microphone and the recorder, and this piece. Hold
What
that
piece?
real gentle. That's that. Yeah, real
What's that?
careful.
Okay.
All right, so I'm gonna try this.
Should I say something?
All right, so
Wait, he wants to take a picture.
yeah, okay.
Okay, he's gonna light the alcohol.
Should I practice it once first?
No, you should just do it. No, don't drink. He's drinking all of it. Okay, it's. That was crazy. Das war verrückt.
So that was loads of fun.
Yeah.
They really enjoyed themselves at the show, and I have to say, when that cute little girl looked me in the eyes and said, "And now I blow you," I melted a little bit.
I'm sure. Who wouldn't?
I'm getting warm thinking about it right now. Whew.
Yeah.
Man. All right.
I know. You want to go back to the Vienna. Right?
Fun tour memories. Well, I want to go back to Vienna anyway. We got some great friends there.
I know,
I
man.
love that city. It's such a cool place.
Yeah. Austria is pretty great.
But yeah. Anyway.
Next stop, Nuremberg.
Nuremberg, which was awesome.
This was one I was really looking forward to because our buddy Nate lives there. He's an old Wisconsin punk rock dude who now owns Crazy Nate's. I don't know, what is it? Crazy Nate's West Coast Mexican.
Yeah.
If you're ever in Nuremberg, you got to check it out. You can go on his website to check out the menu and everything. But it's like basically like a board sport themed.
Well, it's West Coast, right? So it's
yeah.
Southern
So
California
everything you do there.
style.
Yeah.
Skateboards and snowboards and vintage wrestling shit.
That's
and
right.
Super attention to detail decor and really, really delicious Mexican food, which I will say is really hard to find.
Really fucking hard to find in Germany.
You know what? Speaking of,
what?
I went to the Salon Mexico truck and got tacos the other day, and they were bad.
Oh.
I was like, man, you're supposed to be like...
You're supposed to be the one.
Yeah, but it wasn't any good.
Yeah.
It's like just some shredded chicken on a taco. Like it didn't have any accoutrement.
Huh.
I couldn't get like hot sauce out of them.
What the fuck?
Maybe it's just because I wasn't speaking good German, but I was really disappointed. So like Salon Mexico, step your game up because Crazy Nate's.
Right. Crazy Nate's might be coming to town one of these days and they're going to take over.
I think it's going to be like part of my mission now. Because I fucking love that place, and Nate is a rad dude.
Oh, he's one of the best.
And I think we need to figure out, we need a location, and we need a couple crew. I've been trying to get my buddy B Money from New York City, who's a great cook, to come over here anyway.
Yeah.
So I'm going to like try and just try and hook this up. We'll get the Crazy Nate's franchise location.
That's right.
Set up here in Leipzig. But Leipzigers, you got to demand it. So start banging the social media and let's hashtag bring Crazy Nate's to Leipzig.
That's a long hashtag.
Hashtag
Crazy Nate's Leipzig.
Crazy Nate's Leipzig.
Yeah.
Sure.
Maybe that'll work because then people are like, what does that mean? There is no Crazy Nate's in Leipzig. And we'll be like, exactly.
Yeah, we got to bring one. Hashtag Crazy Nate's Leipzig. Let's go.
Let's do it.
All right, doing it.
All right. But yeah, it was good to see him again and eat his delicious burritos.
Nuremberg, also a cool show. And we found a really kick-ass local like Schlager bar.
Oh, yeah. Wait.
After. I'm not talking about butts. That was a long time ago. But the Mono. It's called Mono.
Oh, that was that night. Yeah.
And we went into that local bar, and it was funny because there were like 6 cute girls dancing.
That's right.
And then there was like a circle of like 20 German dudes just staring at them.
They were trying to out-chongo each other.
Yeah, out-chongo each other?
I don't know what that word means. I hope it's not offensive, but yeah, they were just being like big, tough, like gorilla dudes being like, oh, I'm more dude than you. That's what's going to attract the chicks, you know?
They were definitely doing that. And what happened? We went in and we started dancing because it was a Schlager bar, but they were playing like American 60s rock and roll hits.
Rock and roll.
And so we just started dancing.
Yeah, it's no problem for me to dance. Like,
and
if
all
you're
the girls,
dancing, I'm going to start dancing.
All the girls started dancing with us.
No question.
And we upset all the local dudes.
Yeah, a lot of them left.
A lot of them did leave.
Which was fine with us.
Yeah,
because
thanks.
that made more spaces in the bar to dance, and it was easier to get a drink.
Yes, indeed. Oh, and man, that place had really good shots. They had the local schnapps, and then we were drinking Mexicana like it was going out of style at that place.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, so nice that.
Yeah.
So shout out to Nuremberg. We'll be back because.
Oh yeah, I love Nuremberg. It's real pretty downtown area too. I don't know if you checked it out much.
I didn't get to see too much of it. I did see some, like the walk between where the venue was and where the bar was and where the hostel was. But I think we just got to go back down there for hanging out. Like it'd be worth a trip to Nuremberg to get Crazy Nate's burrito and to go back to Mono Bar and to just have like a good time.
We
and
also
got to
do some video stuff with Crazy Nate.
Yeah, we should do.
That's on my docket.
Well, we gotta. You gonna do you gonna go cook a burrito in the kitchen?
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah,
I got ideas.
I like it.
We'll talk about it off mic, but
all right. Sorry, don't want to blow anything up.
Yeah, you know.
All right, cool. But
who knows what we've announced by the time this episode comes out?
Yeah, exactly.
Like we really have no idea.
Future proof, past proof. Okay,
that's right.
So we bailed out of Nuremberg, coming around toward the last couple, and we went to Wilmar for a really cool festival that I had a lot of fun at. Tells Bells.
That's right.
Tells Bells was rad. It was like an outdoor thing. Lots of people getting down. Another one of those like smaller, maybe 700 people.
Yeah, I'm having a real hard time remembering this one.
Well, so we pulled in. Remember, there was nobody who could give us directions as to where we were supposed to go. And we ended up following Less Than Jake's tour bus because we could see it over the fence.
I thought that was the last one.
Well, that was Italy. Was a disaster.
Bayfest, yeah.
Bayfest in Italy, the last one. But the one before, like Less Than Jake, played right after us.
Yeah.
So we hung out with those guys again.
Okay.
There was that crazy Lionheart, that super aggro band that played.
Yeah.
And
that was a good festival.
Yeah, I mean, we arrived.
I had a real good time hanging out in the green room, basically.
We
were only there for a little bit of time.
We were only there for a little bit. We got there kind of late because it was a long drive, and we had to get to bed early because we had to go all the way to Italy.
Right.
The next day.
Right.
But the stage crew were trash.
Oh, that's right. They were right on par with the first festival.
Man, were they
tour.
drunk?
Yeah. They were right on par with the Back to the Future crew.
Yeah, they definitely. I don't know. They might have been more drunk than the Back to the Future crew.
Probably.
They were hammered.
Yeah.
And but it was a cool scene, a cool place out there. And what was the thing that I wanted to say about it?
I don't know. I had a good. We were hanging out.
Less Than Jake. I think it was just that those guys were all trashed.
Oh well, right when we got there. We were all kind of bumming because we were like, I wish we could have seen the Bennies. And it was like, I think they started like right after we pulled up.
Oh, that's right.
And we pulled up right behind the stage.
Right to the
so
back
we were
of the
like,
stage.
let's go on stage and watch the Bennies.
Yeah, went straight to the stage, saw the Bennies.
Yeah.
One of the first things that I saw was a guy being wheeled out on a stretcher.
Oh, yeah, I remember seeing that.
3 people getting escorted out of that festival on a stretcher by EMTs.
Yeah,
Like,
people were getting wild.
well, it wasn't the Lionheart band. It was this other hardcore band that played right after the Bennies.
That's right.
And they were like, we don't like borders and we don't like fences, so they sent security off.
Yeah.
And they just let everybody flood the
because they were like, fuck this barrier.
Yeah, tear the
in front of
barrier
the
down.
stage.
And
Which,
people were coming on.
Of course, they couldn't tear the barrier down because that shit's solid in there, but they did manage to like fucking fall all over it. And
I
hurt
saw
themselves.
so many people try and stage dive. And like, I know when you're jumping off the stage, you think that you have, some gap going on, right? But it was about 4 feet, 5 feet.
Yeah. I mean, you really got to be ready for it.
Right. And you got to like time that right. Like you got to put your footsteps down and then like you're doing a leap and dive and I saw one guy when I was like, all right, maybe I'll check this out from the side of the stage. I got up there. It was chaos.
Yeah.
And I watched one guy try and do it and he didn't even make like armpits.
Yeah.
Like that railing caught him square across the chest.
Jeepers.
And he hit and he fell backwards into the pit where no one was versus forward into the crowd where they could catch him. And I was like,
yeah,
I'm going
and the thing is,
go away from this situation.
The fucking security's not stopping people from fucking stage diving anyway.
Well, they sent them off. They sent security off. They're like,
I know.
go away.
Well, but they weren't stopping them from that anyway. Like in Europe, they don't really stop you from stage diving. They're fine with it. They're just
not at
making
this
sure
festival.
shit doesn't get too crazy. Were they actually stopping them?
When the security was there, they wouldn't let them cross the barrier to get to the stage.
Okay.
Like Punk Rock Holiday, they had a secondary stage for people to dive off of that was separate from the main stage. So and in some places it was pretty encouraged. Yeah. But in this one, they stopped everybody except for that one band who sent people off. So because nobody got up on stage for your set except for the girl who sang Heart-Shaped Guitar.
That's right.
So
all right.
And then the long drive to Italy.
Yeah, the long drive to Italy, which was totally fucking worth it.
Yeah, I mean, you go over the Alps.
Oh, yeah.
The San Bernardino Pass.
Yeah.
Was just gorgeous and beautiful. And then we pulled into Italy. We had a day off, right?
Yeah, we had a day off. But
we hustled our asses all the way to Como.
Yeah, Lake Como, which actually the part we were in was Lecco. And that's where we met our great hosts. Alessandro and Stefano, or Stefano,
probably.
Whatever. I don't. You're more. You know more about Italian than me.
Oh yeah, that place.
Italian. All right.
I would imagine Stefano and Alessandro.
Yeah, and their restaurant, Grana Zero Lecco. I think it's just Grana Zero. Yeah.
Grana Zero in Lecco.
Exactly.
Yeah. Holy
fucking
shit.
So these guys, apparently this is a thing they do where they hit up bands and they basically are like, hey, we want to cook for you. We like punk rock and we own this restaurant. Come by. And they had actually hit us up a year or two ago and were like, we want to cook for you. And I think we responded. I'm not really sure. But it was like, okay, I don't really know when we're going to be there, but that's a nice thought. Thank you. And then we kind of forgot about it, but then they were friends with Tom again. So he hooked it up and was basically like, hey, we got to go. You got to go to this restaurant. These guys aren't just fucking around. They really are going to like impress us and everything. And it's basically on the way anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, we fucking gunned it down there and had a real nice time at the beach. Went swimming and if you're ever in that area, Lake Como area,
you gotta go to Lecco. You gotta go get in the water,
go swimming, yeah,
and then check out Grana Zero.
Grana Zero, their food is amazing.
Oh my god, did they give us a spread?
I mean, they definitely gave us a better treat than most people are gonna get because they were actually closed.
Yeah.
But still, like, just the fact that like the way they make their food, like that mozzarella, I can't remember what it was actually called, but it was like a special kind where it was like,
oh yeah, when it's not done.
Yeah.
Fuck, why did you do that?
I don't know.
You said the name and you made me forget the name.
Oh shit.
How is this possible? That's one of my favorite fucking things.
Yeah. It's like fucking, you know, it on the outside it just looks like super nice fresh mozzarella, and on the inside it's like I don't know. It almost looks like ricotta or something on the inside, and it's just like you cut it open and just all like melts out, and it's like, oh my god, that's so good. And you put it on some toast with some like some of those tomatoes that they've been marinating and stuff, and it's like this delicious fucking bruschetta or whatever.
Burrata. God damn it.
Yeah. Burrata, yeah.
Yeah, so burrata it's undercured mozzarella. So when you make mozzarella, you pull it like taffy.
Oh, okay.
And that's how it gets that tension and it makes the ball. So this is just the ball, and then they pull it a couple times to get the outside, and then they just leave it creamy on the inside.
Oh, it was amazing.
Oh, man, burrata is one of my favorite things.
Yeah.
I can't believe I gapped on the name for a minute.
Yeah.
But yeah, they had a huge antipasti spread where they brought us out like cold cuts and like a fumacata with prosciutto and the burrata and like melon and cheeses. They brought the gorgonzola with the honey mustard apple.
Oh, that's right.
Dip.
Which is totally actually a thing that you can get in Germany. Like it's a thing that I've had with other people here that they like to do. So
apple mustard or something like apple honey mustard.
Yeah.
But then pasta
on the gorgonzola specifically. Oh yeah.
God,
and then the pasta,
so good.
and then the fucking what was it, the dessert tiramisu?
Tiramisu, yeah.
Delicious, and just giving us tons of like the Lambrusco and Prosecco
we drank a
all night.
shit ton of Lambrusco. That was great. One of my favorite red wines, honestly. Lambrusco. I don't know. I do know where it comes from, why I like it so much, but it's a story for another episode.
All right.
We should drink some.
Yeah, we should.
I got some.
No, I can't.
I brought
drink
a
it right
bunch.
now.
Oh no, in the future.
In the future, sure.
And then I'll explain the Lambrusco
I wish I would have
story,
got
but-
some. I'm kicking myself for not picking some up now. I was all about the like regular, like not carbonated wines.
Right.
But that stuff is real good.
So big shout out to those guys at Gran Zero for just an amazing hospitality. That was fucking lovely.
Yeah.
And then we went to Rimini.
Yeah, for Bayfest. Last show of the tour.
For Bayfest, the last show of the tour. And man, could it have been any more ready to be done than that fucking festival?
Oh, yeah.
First off, it was about 40 degrees Celsius and about 80% humidity. So it was
That's
like
right.
it was like working in
It was just
soup.
we were part of the soup. Everyone was pieces of little
minestrones.
cut up minestrones, and like, well, it's like a meat soup. We're all in it.
Yeah.
All pieces of meat in a soup.
Really horrendously hot and humid.
Yeah.
And dusty. So the dust in the air was just sticking to you.
Disgusting.
Disgusting. I think the joke that I made was I took a picture of the grounds. It was all just covered with dust, and I sent it to the group chat, and I was like, look, it's their worst ignite-mare.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. You like that one?
Yeah. But the crowd was great. It was a fun
great.
show.
People were rad.
It was a hard show because it was so fucking hot, but it was really, really, really great.
But man, you want to talk about reinforcing the Italian stereotypes of disorganization.
Yeah.
Because that festival was very disorganized.
Incredibly disorganized.
Couldn't find the entrance. Nobody knew how to find the entrance. Nobody knew who was in charge until we finally met the dude who was in charge, and then everything kind of was fine. Like, he took real good care of us.
The shitty thing is that I had for that festival was that catering seemed really fucking good.
Yeah, it was good.
But
did you not eat some?
I couldn't fucking eat. It was too hot.
Too hot. Yeah, I didn't. I went in way later.
Yeah.
And made myself a box of food from that catering.
Yeah.
And then just put it in the green room fridge.
So did I, but all night I couldn't eat. I drank a shit ton of wine though.
Yeah.
And then that led to other things that happened later. But anyway.
Dude, what are we going to talk about? How?
I don't know.
That was loads of fun.
It led to me helping Tom clean the van the next day. That's all I'll say about that.
You attempted to clean it that night.
Yeah, probably.
Just in a very interesting and unique fashion.
Yeah, that's right.
You thought, yeah. I don't want to blow your cover, Green. We went swimming.
That's right.
We swam out to the breaker in the Adriatic Sea. That was super
that was
cool.
Real nice.
I got stung by a jellyfish.
You did. So did Tom.
Yeah, I thought Tom was making it up.
Yeah.
Until
I thought he was just trying to scare me.
I was like, nah, come on. We're way up north in the Adriatic. There's no jellyfish up here. That shit's not further south.
The water was fucking warm as hell. So
it was really warm, and it was kind of dirty.
Tell me anything's down there, and I'll believe it.
He was like, shit, I think a jellyfish stung me. And I'm like, come on. There's no jellyfish around here.
Mm-hmm.
And then my half drunk ass slipped on the rocks and kind of fell on my ass.
Oh yeah.
And then got back in the water to swim the distance back to the shore, and I took about 3 pumps, and it just felt like a broom, like a mop or a broom drag across the back of my leg, and man, it started burning and stinging, and I was like, holy shit, there are fucking jellyfish here. This sucks.
Yeah.
I'm glad it wasn't worse than that though, man. Just a little bit of a shock to the system.
Yeah, I didn't get it.
Yeah,
it was all good.
It's good. I almost asked you to pee on my leg.
Oh, I would have.
Yeah, I know you would have done it.
I know like peeing on stuff. It was real good.
But then we headed back from Italy. We dropped the kids off at the pool.
Yeah, that's right.
In Milan.
What we mean by that is we dropped the pieces of shit off in Milan.
You said it, not me.
Yeah.
And then you and I and Tom did the longest haul of the tour.
Yeah.
Just the 3 of us to bring the van back here to Leipzig.
Yeah. And we fucking made good time. We did a whole 7 hours without stopping?
7 hours nonstop between pee breaks. That was pretty impressive.
Yeah. We didn't even pee in bottles or nothing. We were just
held it.
Fuck it. Let's go.
We had a nice truck stop dinner.
Yeah, it was good.
Some schnitzel.
Yeah.
Had a Jaeger schnitzel with some mushroom sauce.
That's right.
Kind of want that right now.
I know. I'm hungry.
I'm getting hungry. Yeah, I'm hungry too.
Let's
Why don't we
wrap this shit up? Yeah.
That was the whole tour. I will personally say to you, Green, and to all the rest of the Masked Intruder crew, I hope you guys are listening. I hope you enjoyed our retelling of the story. Had some laughs along with us as your memory kicked in.
Yeah.
But I personally will say thank you. It was a pleasure and an honor that you would take me along on the road.
Yeah.
And a glorious experience. I think some good art got made. I know some great pictures got taken.
Yeah.
And I'm going to start leaking those out on my pages. And obviously you'll see them on the Masked Intruder pages and stuff like that in the near future. Right. But it was an honor and a pleasure to be invited along.
It was a pleasure having you. And I hope we can do it again sometime.
Me too. But you guys are headed out now on the next tour in the United States.
Yeah.
You sound so excited.
Oh, yeah. I'm real excited to go see the United States again, where I haven't seen that before. No, I am excited, actually. It's going to be great. I always, when it's this close between tours, it's always kind of really, I got to think about another tour already. But once we get in the van and we start playing shows and we start remembering oh yeah, we're going to this city where these people are. And oh yeah, I remember this city is one of our favorites. It's going to be great. It's going to be a lot of fun, and we're going to have a good time. It's just a little, I'm a little exhausted right now.
Yeah.
So
it's been a long run, but it's been a good time.
Exactly.
Cool. Well, maskedintruder.com for tour dates to find the band out on the run on the US. If you want to check in with me, I'll take a shot at that. You can do it on all the social media, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, all at Shot at That, or just add /shot at that to the URL to find the pages directly. You can go to shotathat.com or takeashotathat.com or I'll take a shot at that.com. All of them go to the same place, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
To find archived episodes of the show, contact information, etc., etc. And if you want to become a patron, you can go to patreon.com/shotathat to personally support the show today for as little as $1 or euro a month.
And you can hit me up. I'm Intruder Green on everything, including patreon.com/Intruder Green. And if you want to call into, maybe have your voice heard on a podcast or just tell me what you think about the podcast, you can call me at 1-608-535-9608.
I believe the next episode of I'll Take a Shot at That is going to be the Desert Island Punks episode, Desert Island Drunks, recorded live from Punk Rock Holiday in Slovenia. So tune in next week for that.
Oh, yeah.
Thanks very much, everybody, for listening and supporting the show.
Oh, yeah.
We'll catch you next time.
And that's it for the Intruder Green podcast. Intruder Green podcast is produced by Colin Bennett, hair and makeup by Genevieve Smith, set design by Dylan Rama, catering by Matthew Hendershot, lighting by Squeak Lights, Rahway, New Jersey. Our theme song is Particles by Type Rose. I need my mommy to do my laundry.